G'day everyone, welcome back. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? Well, it's a pretty miserable day out there today, and I decided to finish this guy. My friend Claudia has been telling me, when are you going to finish the dragon? Want to see the dragon? Okay, I am going to finish the dragon today, but I thought I might do something different. As I do, I don't like doing the regular things, and if anybody's already done this before, sorry, I didn't know, but I thought it might be a good idea since I accidentally found these. I was looking for something else and saw these feathers that I've been keeping in the drawer for so long, and totally forgot about them. There was a project I was going to do many years ago, and maybe I did, I can't remember, but I'm going to use them as the wings for my my dragon here. I am going to color the boring old white. I mean, this would be awesome for an angel, but this dragon ain't no angel. So I am going to do some chameleon colors, which I think would be perfectly suited for a dragon. But I decided to try and thin this down a bit, and I do have proper tools, like proper knives and things, but this was the handiest thing. Please don't. Oh, okay, cool. This was like really handy. It was right next to me, so I grabbed it and I'm like, I'm going to do this with this. So that's a bit thinner, and it should be interesting. So I'm just going to use, I was going to use a chameleon, didn't I say I was going to use a chameleon colors for these? But then it might be a little bit too busy, so I'll still use some chameleon somewhere. But I think for my wings, part of the wings I want to be gold, just to stand out, you know. Well, here we go. Oh, lovely. Just split in half. How nice is that? And one more. I was thinking I might just put in, I always try to save on resin for these things because molds are so awesome. You can put anything in them to oops, sorry about that noise. I just want to pick these guys up, and it's easiest to do with the tape. Beautiful, and the tape really sticks to your gloves, so that's pretty annoying. Oh my gosh, look at what I've done. Alrighty, here we go. Done. Get in the bin, and I missed the bin. Fell straight on the floor. Never you mind. Let's get crack-a-lackin' here, peoples. My lovely, 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 lovely creative people who are watching me. Shout out to all of you. I know that there's a few people who are following my videos, which is really, really great. I do appreciate you watching. Sometimes I don't get a chance to reply to your messages, but if I do, not messages, comments, if I don't, please don't be offended. It's just that I don't have time, but I do read them. Sometimes I miss them for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm going to try and not make a mess here. But anyway, let's see if I can do this. See what happens if I do this. Whoa, check out that gold. Oh, look how nice that is. Pretty, but I've put it on the wrong side. It's meant to be here on this side. So we want to put some, oh geez Louise, maybe I should do this a little bit better, eh? Let's try to be a little bit better. Okay, let's get some, this is my, I'll move you out of the way. Get a little bit of this in there and do it properly, eh? Oh, what's happened to my brush? There we go. There we go. So, anyway, while I'm doing this, I might tell you that for those of you who don't know my Facebook group, I've had this group for, gosh, so many years, and I've changed the name of the group a few times, and then Le'Rez Expressions took over the group, which is my business, took over the group, and it was mainly for, you know, pouring artists to post their artworks there, ask questions, help others and things like that. But a few days ago I have decided, just out of the blue, as I do, always do these things out of the blue, and I decided to change the name from the Pouring Art Group with Suzana Dancks to just the art group. So if you're not a member of the group, go and become a member, because you can post whatever art you want in there, whatever creative things that you do. And also, if you're using any of the Le'Rez products, please find the page. I'm gonna check if I have my page, actually the link to it in the description. If not, find the page. It's just called Le'Rez Expressions, and post your artwork in there and tell us which ones of the Le'Rez products you've used. It doesn't have to be fully Le'Rez products, but don't tell us about the other ones. We're not interested in those. We just want to know which of the Le'Rez products you've used, and why do you like them. So please do that. You are allowed to post whatever you want. Obviously, if there's something that's not appropriate, I will take it off, but you know. And also, you know, if you have any of your paintings that you want to sell and you've used Le'Rez products, please do it. You can post the photos and just tell people to contact you personally. So, you know, we are changing, we are moving along and changing, and I think art is about sharing as well. There's so many beautiful artists out there that do very interesting things. I saw someone post right after I've changed the name of the group, so many people are posting their different artworks, and I was so impressed. You know, some of them are, one of them actually was an eagle. I can't remember who actually posted that one, but it was an eagle. It was a resin painting, but it was like sort of thing that I do, and I was like, wow, yeah, I love that kind of thing. But I do love anything that's colourful and amazing. Okay, so here we go. We've got our, so they're going to kind of sit there like that. I'm going to have to fix them in somehow so they don't float up. So I'm going to have to think about how to do that, because this is a little bit stiff and it wants to, and light obviously wants to pop up. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Let's not waste all that gold, eh? Alright, now that we've done that, ooh, it's getting hot in here. I've got to turn off my heater. I just switch off. Okay, so it's not perfect. Okay, we don't want it to be perfect. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to get some, what have I got, water or something? Let's see if I can just do this. Oh yeah, that's working. And when the, oh, getting too hot in here. In 5 minutes it'll get too cold. Okay, so got a little bit of gold and we've got a little bit of this beautiful chameleon. But so once I have that really clear resin on it, those colors will pop up, I hope. So anyway, I'm just going to keep going with it. Just going to lay it down like this and try and cover everything. Maybe I can even try and use my brush, see if that works better. Oh yeah, it's working better, that's for sure. So I'll just do this, I'll speed up this bit, and then I'll see you back later when this is all done. Okay, so because I'm not quite sure how this will work, I will get some of my UV resin and just put a little bit maybe here. Just want to see what it'll look like when it's not bad, but it's not, needs more. Needs more. Okay, let me seal this one now. Right, so how do we do that? We need to do something about it. That's right, it needs the dark. It needs black because the feather is still pretty light. Alrighty then. So we need to fix that, don't we? Okay. Not a problem. We'll put that aside. Black paint. I'm using the same brush for everything. Okay, let's paint this bugger. We're going to paint in black. Alright, let's go. I know it looks a bit bronzy now because I still got a bit of gold on that, on the brush. That's why it looks a bit bronzy. We don't care, do we? Okay, they're all done. I'm going to clean my work area here. And I'm going to dry up my little feathers. Give them a good dry. Just with a, I haven't got my hair dryer here, so I'm just going to carefully use the heat gun. I think we're good to go now. Ah, stay up there. You cheeky thing. Cheeky thing. Okay, let's go. Now we can do this. Let us try. With the finger first. Let's see, huh? Oh, look at that. That's much better. What I'm going to do is, whatever falls there, I can pick it up. Ah, yeah, that is so much better. Look at that. See that? Should have known that. But anyway, just I make these mistakes and waste time so that you don't have to. Keep flipping over, but that's alright. We know what's on that side. Oh, what a mess I'm making. Not to worry. Fix it all up. I still have to put a little bit of that gold. See, I don't want that to be too sort of dark. Beautiful. What I should have done is I should have done it over my mold here so that all those little bits of metallic, muddy, what's it called, chameleon, falls down there and not to get wasted. Here's another tip for you. Well, let's bring this a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Don't need a lot of this stuff. And that's why I never ever mix chameleon pigment with resin, because you use so much, well, you have to get the color right. But if you just brush it onto something like this, look at that, it's gorgeous. Purple, green, have I done all of them? Teal, really nice colors. Alright, so we're good now with that, and now we're going to put this one away. I have had this little container for so long. It's so expensive too. That's why I don't sell them, because I can't charge you guys so much. But I do sell some other ones. Alright, so now we got that. Now we're going to get a little bit of that gold again. So we maybe even just going to do the tips of the feather like these, or maybe brush, just like do the tips like that. Whee! Not too much, because we don't want to take away from that beautiful chameleon. That's pretty nice. Okay, that one's done. Alright, we're done now. My goodness, what a mess I made. But they look nice now, so it's going to look good. To clean the area before I put my mold on top of it. Okay, now we're going to have to do something. Give me hands. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to stick these down. How can I make it so it sits in there properly like that? Okay, so I might use some of my UV resin just to stick it down. Do 2 at a time. This one needs to sit like that. Gosh, so many times. Every time I'm using the UV resin, I need another hand. Try not to stick my own finger in there. I mean, yeah, stick it. Oh, geez, Louise, this one's going to be too big. I need that small little one. Didn't think of that, did I? Maybe I can trim them. Alright, let's see if I can get this light in there. Because they need to sit down there. Maybe I need to move it up a bit too. Maybe move it up further. Like that. And this one too. Okay, let's go. This is going to take a while, so I'll speed this bit up. I'll stick that there. let it do its job all on its own while I'm doing this side. So I'm going to have to pick a real nice one. Oh, bugger. Didn't think of that, did I? One more thing, guys. Wrong side. How am I going to do this side? How are we going to do that? I did not think about that at all. Okay, let's see if I can twist it around this way. Maybe I can break it. Can I break it? You know what? Nothing's going to stop us from doing what we need to do. I can do that. See? Twist them. It's going to be a bit tricky, but nothing is impossible. That's it. I did not think of that, did I? I need to shade this one a bit more. There we go. Make it a bit easier. Okay, let's go. Need quite a bit of that UV resin in there. Oh, wrong way. Duh. Just make sure I stick that bit in there, and then I'm going to be twisting this other one. Come on. And I still keep moving it back and forth just to feel, see if it's catching. And I have to be careful too, because this is a silicone mold, so resin is not going to stick to it as long as I can stick this. Okay, these guys are okay. I'm going to have to sit this one down here. Yeah, it definitely is not liking the mold and it keeps popping up, but that's all right. We're going to deal with that in a second. Like I said, another pair of hands will be so good. Where are you guys? Come and help. It may not stick, but that's fine, because I'm trying to mold it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to shape it rather, not mold it. So it stays like that. And once I get the actual resin in there, my epoxy resin, I can put something in there to hold it down, hold it in place, you know what I'm saying? So that obviously didn't stick, but it stuck to itself, which is a good thing. So I can make sure to put something over the top of this and hold it down, sort of thing. Bend it. There we go. There is always a way. Go back up there. There you go. So that's how we want it to be, down like that. Okay. You want to be in there like that. I have to hold it like this. So I'm going to be fiddling with that. Now I'm going to be breaking this one. See, I had to break this feather a little bit to shape it, so it stays like this. It's not going to stick to the mold, I know that, but it should keep it in this shape. That's the plan anyway. So stay with me, stick with me, and see what happens. It is a little bit fiddly, you guys, but I think the results will be great. And if they're not great, oh well, then at least we tried, right? Now this one, we need to shape it, so I need to break it. I need to make it go this way. I'm lucky you can do that, because there's this bone or whatever it is in the feather that allows it to move like that. See that? That's pretty good, and that's going to be good. That is going to be good. Gotta go that way as well, because I need that to sit down. I need it to be down. Like that. Oh, my finger's all sticky because... Okay, well, let's see. Here's another one. Which one should I get? This one's prettier. Same thing, I gotta bend it because it needs to go that way. I'm gonna bend it. Okay, so we've got the other one. It's in. My God, why do I do these things? Seriously, I don't even know why. But, righto, it's in now. I need to trim this guy here. Scissors. That's what I need. I need to trim him like this. There we go. Pop him in now. Oh, he fits good. He fits good. I broke him good. How about this one? These feathers are going to look so bad by the end of it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we got it now, so we'll see now. I might have to put something heavy on top, like those little rocks or something like that. Put them on top to hold this in place. I need to move this one that way a bit more. Yeah, I need to put something over the top of it. But resin first, because I don't want any hair bubbles. I don't want anything. I just want something heavy to hold these feathers down. I'm going to pop this one in here like an extension, and I'll do another one here. I just got this one. Let's put him in there. Oh no, don't turn. We need the colourful side down. Oh, I should have made that one bigger. Bugger me. Ah, let's cut some more. That one can go on top like that. This one's good, that one's good. That one down like that. All right, my goodness, okay. This is going to be very interesting. All right, let me mix some resin. Yeah, I could put that in there, but I need to paint it first. Get some black on there. Stick you in there. That'll do. You can go back in there. All right, let me mix some resin. Okay, we've got our resin ready. Now I'm just going to pop these up for a second. These little ones can stay down there. Just to get some resin in there. It's like a little glue. And plus, I don't want any uncovered areas. So that's why I'm putting some of that in there. Big ones going there. Get in there. And then the little one goes there. And I will throw some rocks, little pebbles over the top of it just to push it down. Same goes forward. Oh, okay. Don't know what that little thing was in there, but it's alright. There we go. Something. Alright, this was totally not planned to be this way, but sometimes, like I said, things happen and you just got to go with it. I think I need to push that one out that way a bit more. Yep, it's just got to go with it. Clean. Wipe. Okay, very interesting. I was going to put some colour in there and stuff, but I think I'm just going to go with these pebbles. I think that'll look nice. And I didn't really want this guy to be so heavy because I want to be able to hang him like on the wall or something. But looks like this is how it's going to be. I might paint the sides here a little bit before I add more stuff. I'm just going to get it. Can't even talk. See how that's pushing it down? That's what we want. We want the feathers to be pushed down. Like that. It's supposed to go on top of the feather, not underneath it, but so it'll make a really interesting dragon. And we're all about interesting, aren't we? One thing for sure, I never do things the ordinary or easy way. Maybe just the first time because, you know, you've got to learn. But then, as you progress, or as I progress, I like to expand and do something different, you know. That's all going to be like. I do like these little pebbles. These are from my local beach. I actually collected it myself. Get these big ones out. So I need these big ones. Let's get some more resin in there, eh? And I like to show everyone the possibilities of doing things differently, you know. Don't do the same thing over and over again. Because you get bored with it, or others get bored with it. You know, if you're a YouTuber, and there are a few people that I follow, and then I'm thinking like, you're going to do something different so I can learn something new. But some people just do the same thing over and over again. They're perfect at it. Like, you can't compete with that because they have had so much experience. But I'm like, expand your horizons, do something. If only they could hear me. That they can't. And some of them are really, really good at what they do. Only they would be confident enough to venture out and do something different. Alright, there we go. We are looking pretty good there. Move this guy out of the way. So I need to get my brush here and I want to paint these sides. I don't have any resin on there, which is really good. One good thing I did, I didn't mess it up. And I'm just going to go around and paint this. And because this brush is a little bit wet, I've got to get a dry one. It doesn't work. It does not like it. I'll try this I've got a dry brush now. Dry brush works really good because the wet brush picks up all the pigment and drags it and doesn't leave it on the where you want it to go. Oh, this is so nice. Very nice. Just going to colour that one. And then I'll be back. And I'm just going to get some bright gold and do the head, or the hairs, or whatever it is, spikes on the head. Just going to do that in bright gold. Ah, no, I dipped it in the resin. Oh my gosh, I didn't realise. I better be careful here. I suppose I could always pour a little bit of gold on there. Oh, now it's wet, it doesn't work. Bloody hell. I might just mix a little bit of gold. No, I won't. I'm just going to get another brush and just be careful this time. Bloody hell. Hey, when it's dry, it's perfect. It does not like the wet, it just pulls it. Alright, what I'll do now is I'm just going to get a little bit of this and sort of like pour it in there like that, and then do this. Gonna add a little bit more because I want it to be gold. That's what I'm doing. I know I'm making a bit of a mess here, but that's fine. Because some of the areas are wet and it's messing it all up. Now I've got to mix up some black paint now. Black paste rather. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Doesn't matter if that spreads around everywhere a little bit, as long as I've got them in this top. I need something pointy. Make sure I got it all the way up top. Wooden skewer would be better because it wouldn't scratch, but I'm being very careful not to scratch this one. I don't want any air bubbles in there, and I also don't want any unmixed pigment, you know. That's great. We're going to pour this one over the top of it and just make sure that, actually, no, we won't. Let's mix up some black. We'll get some black. I need it so that this stuff shows. That's why I need to have, oh no, I didn't paint that area. Okay, let's get to it. I missed a spot. And I almost got my brush wet again because I got resin over here. Oh, I'll get it right one of these days. Righto, I think we're good now. I think we are good now. Okay. Black. Okay, so we've got some black sapphire here, and we're just going to pour it over here. I think I need to put a little bit more rocks here because that feather is lifting up. Oh my gosh, these big ones. We don't want you. We don't want you. We don't want the little ones. Maybe even some around here. Won't be able to see it that much, but it's just going to add a little bit more volume before our black comes in. And I hope I have enough resin here to do the whole thing. Let's see. That's why I'm just going to do this tail first, because I think that's important to be covered in black. That's good. That's looking pretty cool. A tiny little bit of resin would have been, tiny little bit of extra resin would have been a good idea. But just going to have to deal with this because this is the bottom side. You won't be able to see that. And I'm going to whack it just to get the bubbles up and make sure that all this resin went everywhere where it's meant to. But I do want to move some of that black to the edges as well. And I forgot to paint that side with chameleon, so that side's just going to be black, which is not going to be a bad thing. Oh. Okay. That is done. Yeah, I'm going to give it a good whack, and then I'm going to spritz it with a bit of alcohol. I'll see if I can do it actually. I might not be able to do it. Or maybe go from the bottom here. Like that. Sorry if I'm shaking that camera. Get some heat first, and then I'm going to spritz it with alcohol. Ah. Just busting those bubbles and spraying the crap out of everything everywhere. Because I got that powder here. Excuse me. Come on, bubbles. We don't want any bubbles in them little corners. I think that's going to be good. I want to make sure that this is actually not powder, because it may not set. I'll leave it like that. Now that's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. That feather wants to come up. I need to pop something underneath here because it looks like it's pushing that way. It's meant to be. What can I put under there? Something not too big. Oh, that is too big. That should level it out a little bit. Here comes the bubble. If they're on this side, I don't care, as long as they're not in the bottom, which will be the front. Alright, see if I can clean this up a little bit. I like to leave my molds clean if possible. Mainly because I hate having to clean them once they've dried. Much easier to do it now. I'll leave that because I can use that little drop in something else. Feather, get back in there. I may need to put something over the top of it, like a piece of plastic, to make sure it keeps everything down. That feather's trying to climb up as well. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Good morning, good morning. It's the next day. Oh, yeah, that came off nice and easy. I've got some bumpy bits here, and because that plastic was sort of pushing, it pushed some of the resin on and over, which is fine. It's no problem. We're interested in the bottom. Let's see. I'll be able to trim that off easy. Alright. Oh, this is so exciting. So exciting. This would come off easier if I didn't. Oh my gosh. Oh, I had a little peek. I peeked. Oh wow, this is very interesting. So the first part, or the bottom of this, I sort of did in another video, which wasn't part of the video. It was just like using up the resin that I had. Come on. Whoa. Oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, that is awesome. Look at these wings. That's amazing. Oh, I've got to pull all these off. Oh wow. What I'll do is I'll just get some heat onto it. Wow, that is amazing. And those, that is so interesting. You can't even tell it's a feather, but you can sort of see the texture in there. You can see a little bit of feather there. I'm going to take a close-up photo of this. Wow, this is amazing. Oh, I love that. That turned out great with that chameleon. Alright, so I just got to see if I can just pop these off. Just give me a second. Just a nail file will do for this job. That's all I'm going to do is just go like that, and it all comes off nice and easy. Wow, that is so cool. So I'm gonna, so obviously I wouldn't have had these, the overflow if I didn't put that plastic on, but I wanted to make sure the feathers stay down. That's why I did it. Otherwise you wouldn't have to worry about this. And I do have these gorgeous, gorgeous molds in the shop. And it's not too heavy. I thought it was going to be really heavy because of all the little pebbles, but wow, I can't wait to get some nice photos. That's for sure. But I've got to deal with this now. Okay, so I'll deal with this, which won't take me long at all. See, it's all popping off, but I don't want to cut my finger because it's pretty sharp, that resin. So I will be back in a second.